Are you having zero motivation and you feel like your study journey is gonna end up soon? Today, I'm gonna share a little psychology hacks to make yourself motivated and my personal advice. Here we go. Hi, my name is Nick. I'm a trainee of professional Japanese teacher. So, motivation. This is everything to save your time. But before I explain this, let's take a look at what actually makes your motivation down. Number 1. Foggy Destination. Destination, which is your goal, is too high. It's like, I want to speak like a native. I want to live in another country. You have one big dream, so that's why you're learning a new language, right? At the first time, you're like fired up to learn. And it's like, okay, let's do this. I'm so excited to learn. But now, I don't even know what I'm doing. The goal is so far away, but you're stuck at the same point and you don't think you're making any progresses or improvement. Number 2, busy. Everybody has 24 hours in a day, and that thing can never change. And maybe you've got something to take care of or hobbies. You're surrounded by tons of distractions and the time you have to spend for other things. So technically, you have limited time to study. Okay, these are the most common reasons that make your motivation low. And now, let's check out how to make yourself motivated. Number 1, organize your time. Again, we all have 24 hours in a day. So let's suppose you use 8 hours for your sleeping. So there's only 2/3 of your time left in a day. I'm a super lazy person and I've wasted so much time in the past. But this one changed my life. Set reminder or use Google Calendar for your smartphone and get notified what you have to do. Number 2, watch YouTube video. Nick, what the heck are you talking about? I know, but there's a trick. So, especially for the beginners, you don't know what to start learning. But watching lesson videos that helps you, but it's sometimes boring. You have to been through kind of like this sometimes, but not all the time. Let me clear what I mean. So, if you're intermediate or advanced levels, maybe you're looking for the mass immersion approach and try to immerse yourself in your target language. And you can understand easier whatever you watch, and you can have fun with the video, and also you can learn a new thing from the video. But for the beginners, do you think your language skills are improving by doing this? Probably your answer is no. For example, anime or movies or YouTube videos that's spoken in your target language. So, what's the trick that I mentioned earlier? That is incorrect versus natural. If you're going to a language school or self-studying, whatever style, you try to learn what's right to say and how to say it correctly. Like language learning apps or online courses, they only teach you the right thing.
Excuse me, I'm an apple.
But there are always exceptions. What do I mean? If you want to speak like a native, like trying to be fluent or be natural, this is what makes you confused because you're engaging to the incorrect grammars, but it's natural to say. This is the exception. It's like, in this case, you should say this. In these situations, this will be weird. If you've engaged like these situations, leave a thumbs up and let me know that you have. So you don't know this difference, but you keep learning those and eventually you're gonna confuse what's right or not. Especially when you ask to the native speakers. Hey, is this correct? We don't say that. Okay, back to the topic. The next steps to keep yourself motivated is number 3, force yourself to do. This is also one of the psychology hacks. Once you do it, even if you don't want to, somehow you get into it. And this leads to the next step. Number 4, make that your habit. Human or any other animals prefer to follow their own routines, like morning routines or watching TV, watching YouTube videos, social medias. You do things kind of like this every single day, and it's hard to quit those routines. So why do you like to be on those platforms or watching TVs? Is that because it's fun to watch? Or is that because it feels good when someone comments on your post, or it's happy to see your post is getting tons of likes? All of those grab your attention and entertain you. So here's my suggestion. Why don't you post what you're studying right now or your improvement on your platforms? You might study more to share what you're doing, and maybe the post can save someone's time or even their life. Power of social networking. This is super highlighted. Okay, these are the psychology hacks that make you keep motivated. And from now on, I'm gonna share what I do. So if you're subscribing to this channel, you probably know that I'm going to school to become a professional Japanese teacher. But because of this pandemic, my lessons goes online, and the online lessons are such a pain for me. There's no reason, I just don't like it. But every time I feel kind of like this, I watch YouTube videos that has a story. Let me share one of my favorite stories to keep me fired up to study. So there's a exchange student in Japan, and his dream is getting a job in Japan. But as you know, most of companies require you to pass the JLPT exam. But he's stuck at his learning, and he's about to give up his dream. But one of student support organization trying to help him, and he hugged the staff and he cries because he has no clue what to do. When I saw this, I thought myself, there's a bunch of people like him and they need to get help. And I'm gonna be the one who can help people like him. So that story made me so motivated to keep commit to study every single day. Watching kind of like this story that make you fired up or make you sad or make you want to help somebody, this is super highlighted as well. Alright, these are the tips to keep you motivated. And here's the question of the day. What would you do when one of your friends needs your help? Let me know from the comment section. Alright, if this video is helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any upcoming lesson and tips, and also the special offers that helps your learning. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Arigatou.
I